How you doing, guys? Hope you're well. We are back. Please say hello, let me know you're there. I've got my helper on the side. There she is, she's over there on the side, who's looking at the comments, keeping time for me doing stuff. Also got my other helper, Blue the cat. That's it, we'll get going. So sorry about Wednesday's class. I do not know what happened with YouTube. I clicked go live and it just sat there circling round and round and round. So I do apologise about that. But we're here. I made sure I was ahead of time. I made sure I scheduled the class. I made sure it was on. The equipment was set up in our living room. I think from February, yeah, we should have the work done in the gym by mid-Feb so we can go back in the gym. We can do work. We're allowed to go in the gym to actually do work for you guys, so that's fantastic. But I actually quite like doing it in my living room. I started doing it. It's nice and warm at the moment. During the summer when we first started doing it, it was actually quite warm, so it wasn't too bad doing it out in the garden. It wasn't too bad doing it in the house, but now it's like, oh, cold, 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 take me back to Thailand. So Friday night we're going to do our normal workout. We're going to work on blocking tonight, a lot of blocking. So we've worked on punching, basic punching, we worked on basic kicking and punching, and tonight we'll work on basic blocking. Okay, so that's what we're going to work on tonight. For all classes, start with a 2-minute warm-up. What we're going to do is a 1-minute warm-up with a 1-minute break. Is it 1 minute or 30 seconds?
30 seconds.
So 1-minute warm-up, 1-minute break twice. So 2 rounds of that, and then we'll get into the class. So get yourself some space. Make sure you've got plenty of space around you. You're not going to hit anybody. We are limited. In the gym we can do a lot more, which we'll start doing a bit more kicking. So we're just going to jog on a spot for 1 minute. Are you ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go, jogging on the spot. All you got to do is just loosen up that body, nothing too serious. I found the floorboard which is squeaky at the moment. I'm going to move back a little bit onto the one that's not so squeaky, or I could move forward. That's it, you can still see me.
It's right in the middle.
It is literally, we must have literally loosened it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So some good news obviously coming out of the government at the moment. Someone says something, had you?
Benny! Hey Benny!
Hey Benny, how are you, man? Hope you're well, my good friend. How are things up in Norwich? Hope you're staying safe, my friend. I hope you're not missing Thailand too much. I certainly am, and I was only there briefly. So yeah, good news coming out that things with the vaccines are moving out quick. The R numbers going down, the infection rates are going down. Okay. Too much talking and not enough doing some press-ups. 10 press-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10 squats. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hurry up. 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 seconds.
10 squats.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just enough. Okay, let's go again, jogging on the spot. What I didn't do, is Claire on this? You say hello?
She's not said hello yet.
Okay, well, she's normally my sound check lady. So can you let me know if you can hear me? Say hello, say yes we can hear you. Rowena, Emma, Claire if you're there, Benny, anybody. If you can actually hear me talking. I'm just mumbling away to myself for no reason whatsoever, and you're weirdly just watching me online.
It's a whole element of weirdness, isn't it?
It does bring a whole lot of weirdness. People just watching me online, randomly.
20 seconds.
20 seconds. We're going to do another 10 press-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10 squats, just to keep us moving. Oh dear.
Last 10.
Last 10 seconds. Get ready. Let me know you can hear me in a second. Oh, they're probably just jogging, they can't type.
Yeah. Rowena, I can hear you.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Rowena.
Thank you. I just realised I'm chatting on. Okay, 10 press-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10 squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 sit-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, sit. And 10 lovely deep squats, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Thanks, Emma.
7. What did she say? 8. Oh, fantastic. 9, 10. All right. Well done. Thank you very much. That's all. You can go home now. I'm joking. Get yourself a drink of water. Catch your breath.
Activity completed.
There you go. Okay. So what we're going to do is work on, go to our basics, feet together. Reiterate this for the first week for people who may have forgotten. Feet together, step out to the side to a comfortable standing position. Once you come out to the side, take a step back with your foot. So your most dominant foot is at the front. So if you're left footed, okay, which means that should be at the front. If you're right footed, it should be at the back. Get it? Yeah, I probably explained that terribly then. That sounded really bad. But hey.
Okay.
So we're in a nice and balanced position. Heels, the weight is slightly in our heels. We're just going to move left and right for a split second. Hands up. I want my hands up by my eyebrows. I don't want them by my chin. And I don't want them by my hairline up here because I don't want to protect the body. I want that sort of in-between area. Okay? Eyebrows or ears, you know, up by here. Somewhere around here, that's where the top of our knuckles need to be. What we're going to work on is blocking. I still haven't caught my breath. Just for a second to actually, the cat. We're just going to like that. So from the side, like I said, standing to the side, back, a little bit of a bounce in our knees, so nice and soft. Tuck our tailbone under a little bit. And what we're going to do simply is just on the same spot, like that. And what we're going to do is take our weight into our back leg. Take our weight into our back leg. Don't completely heave yourself over. I just said something there, Jeff.
Ajman, thank you. You can hear us.
Okay, fantastic, thank you. So we're not going to completely, you know, literally everything's into that back foot. We want to move to about a sort of 70-30 position, okay?
Oh,
Yeah.
can't hear you.
Oh. I can't hear you, mate. Oh, I don't know, everybody else seems to be able to hear you, hear me, but sorry. So what we're going to do is just literally, in this balanced position, in the weight slightly more into our back leg, so whichever one that is, go into the back leg a little bit, and what we're going to do is bring that knee up and then down and then correct your back foot. So in my normal position, from here like this, we're going to block. So the idea behind the block is to stop their kick landing on your meaty leg, or your ribs or your head. So you create this like a wall down one side here. The idea being you create this kind of a block to protect yourselves.
It's working now, good.
Ah, great, fantastic, thank you. So what you're going to do is you don't want to be also completely on your back foot and weight falling backwards. You want to be nice and balanced, and you want to bring your knee to the inside of your elbow, not to the bottom of the elbow, not to the outside of the elbow, to the inside. Another little pointer, don't lean in to meet the top part of your body, doesn't move. And then you correct your back foot. Nice and simple. We're just going to work on that for a split second. They throw a kick, we're just going to block, down, correct our back foot. We want the kick to land somewhere on the outside of our shin or elbow or here. It's not ideal, but it's certainly a lot better than taking it on the neck, in the ribs, or anywhere in the soft part of this little legs. Okay, so what we're going to do is, when you do it, bring it up, so you briefly balance on the back leg and bring it back down again, and then correct your back foot. One more time. So up, down, back foot. So when the kick comes in real fast, you see it late, and you're down. Nice and simple. So you're moving around, you're fighting with the person, you see the kick, and then you're good to go again. Okay? So we're going to work on that one for a second. So just in your own time, we're just going to bump down, back foot. please make sure you correct your back foot afterwards. Otherwise, you tend to come real short, which means you're slightly off balance. Okay, and you always want to be balanced so you can kick and deliver power. You can also defend, you can also move correctly. So one more time, simple. So hands up tight, and block, down, correct your back foot. Nice and simple. Easy. Little march in the feet, block, down, back foot. One more time. So block, down, back foot. Don't worry about whether your toes should be up or down just yet. Okay. In theory, your toes should be up. So when you block with your toes up. Don't worry about it just yet. Okay. So one time, block, down, back foot. Block, down, back foot. Now, same goes for the other side. There's two ways to block. So if the other person's a southpaw and they're kicking, so my person's a southpaw and they're the opposite, so they're coming in from the other side. So if I'm here, they're kicking to my side, to my right side. Okay, so we're toe to toe, literally mirroring with each other, and they're kicking. So the simplest block for that is literally the same on the other side. That's the simplest. Okay, so we're just going to work on that on both sides. So they come in, you see it late, you block it. Okay, still going to hurt. Don't let anybody fool you thinking that blocking kicks doesn't hurt or all that kind of stuff. It still bloody hurts, but it hurts a lot less than taking one on the ribs or on the legs, etc. So we're just going to work on the other side now. Hands up, same thing applies nicely. Weight comes into the front foot a little bit more. Weight comes into that front foot and then block, down, back, sit. Make sure you balance, one more time. Back leg, down. Same thing, block to the inside, not to the outside, not to the bottom. Reason we do that is it's strong. It also protects. Okay, one more time. So the back leg, block, down, correct your back foot. Block, down, correct your back. Don't lean into it. Don't lean over. Don't lean into it and fall with it. Make sure you're nice and straight up. One more time. Block, down, back foot. Block, down, back foot. Okay. Okay, so we're going to add on a little bit to that. Grab yourself a little drink of H2O and we'll get going again. Got a little sweat on already. It gets warm in here. What is it? Would you be able to grab me a little bit more water, please?
Yeah.
It's got to have an assistant, this. Blue, come on. Blue's not performing today, he's obviously the sulk. So what we're going to do is put this into a context, rather than just blocking. We'll put it into a context of when you're sparring or when you're fighting, when you would block and how you would block. So one of the most common things to counter is the leg kick. Now the leg kick is a good defense against punching. So someone's punching, they're heavy on that leg because they're leaning in to throw the shots. It's very hard to block, and that's quite often why you see Thai boxers, they won't sort of sit into punches as much, because if you sit into a punch, you are open for the leg kick. Now there are obviously contradictions to that. There are some fighters who can do this incredibly well. They've learned that skill, but just work the basics and then you'll find your own form. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw a jab, but we're not going to lean in and throw a jab like a boxer would. We're just going to throw it light, boom, and what we're going to do is we're going to block and then down and correct the back foot. So we're just going to throw a punch, jab, come back, block, and then jab again. So we're going to go jab, block, jab. Okay, 3 techniques. So we punch, they either take the punch or they sit through it, and the idea being is when you punch, they come for the low kick themselves. What we're going to do is block it and then come back. Okay. So hopefully when we get more space in the gym, we get back in, we can invite some guests to come along to do some stuff. I might see if Benno wants to, maybe Benno, but I know he's busy at the moment. Maybe some of my students come up to do some work and go live and do some demonstrations of that kind of stuff. You know, Jen could probably also help at the moment. You know, all those kind of stuff, so we could probably do that. So I can demonstrate on each other a bit more. So what we're going to do is jab, block, jab. Okay, one more time. So jab, block, jab, and I keep working on that. Jab, block, jab. Nice and simple. Jab, block, jab. That's it. So when you jab, don't lean in. Don't step too much. Okay, just literally just jab, whoop, jab. Okay, it's a shorter punch, but it's a nice rangefinder. Okay, one more time, jab, punch, jab, whoop. I can't even do it, sorry, I'll get myself. Jen's laughing at me here. What is it? So we're going to jab. Ooh, careful cat, come on, out the way. Come on. 1 second, sorry about this. I don't want to kick the cat. If you don't know, this is Blue. He is a Blue Point Siamese. Say hello, Blue. On cue. Alright, so, one more time. We jab, we block, we jab. And just work on this rhythm. A little bit of lightness in between. We jab, we block, we jab. That's it. Jab, block, jab. Nice and simple. When you throw your jab, the opposite hand stays up here. Okay, don't. A lot of people have got a tendency, I'll do it from the side. And the jab, they go. This hand comes down. Jab. Make sure it stays up. Because they could easily come back with a counter. They could fake it through a high kick. There's huge amounts of techniques that can be done to actually counter it. So all we're going to do, who's that? Sorry. Hi to the cat, yeah. If you want, you can follow him on Instagram, thatcat_blue. He has his own Instagram page where he posts on a daily basis of his toils and struggles of getting through lockdown. Mainly sleeping, eating and sleeping. Okay, one more time. So, jab, block, jab. One more time. Jab, block, jab. Okay, so we're going to do the other side. So, we're going to jab, block, jab. It's a little bit different this time because I don't have to bring my weight backwards. I can keep that weight in that front foot. If they're southpaw, you know the kick's coming to my side most of the time. Their back leg is coming to you. That is not always true because people obviously got two legs they can kick. But there's a high probability it's coming from their back leg. So we're going to jab, block, jab. Okay, so we don't have to shift the weight so much in this one. Jab, block, jab. One more time. Jab, block, jab. Hope you can't hear my stomach rumbling. I'm hungry. One more time. So jab, block, jab. That's it. Nice and simple. Jab, block, jab. That's it. Keep it going. So when you jab, don't lean too much. Just extend your arm. It's just a setup. It's not meant to be super concussive. It's meant to be something to give them something to think about. It's just an attack. You get jabbed in the face, it makes you think about other things. It changes your opinions of things. We'll go through that a little bit later. So, jab, block, jab. So you jab them, that southpaw person then counters straight away. Against that jab, they take the jab, they throw the kick straight back at you, which we're going to block and jab straight away. So now, he's thinking, every time he jabs, blocks, he jabs straight back. So rather than having to think of something else, instantly they're thinking, I've just got smacked in the face, got blocked, and then got smacked in the face. It'll probably make them change their game plan. They'll probably have to think of something else to do, because that type of kicking isn't working for them. If you get a good block, and it lands clean, and you get it straight, and it doesn't hit the body, and it hits perfectly on your shin, it'll hurt them, it'll hurt you. But it also says, well, I'm getting blocked every time I kick. It'll probably change their game plan. So, a couple more times. Front jab, back block, front jab. Nice and simple. Jab, block, jab. One more time. Jab, block, jab. One more time. Jab, block, jab. Okay, time. A little drink of water. Got 10 minutes left according to that timer. I've got to do a nice little burnout. Get yourself a drink of water. You can't have any, Blue.
19 minutes left.
We started on time as well, which was quite good. Blue loves elastic bands. Our house is covered in elastic bands. He loves playing with them. Come on. He literally walks around the house carrying them. You flick them, he goes mad for them. And he's completely going to just make me look like an idiot now. Cats don't perform like dogs do. They go, interesting words, human. Feed me. So, a little bit of a burnout. just to get us going, what we're going to do, we're going to do press-ups. Actually, no.
We did press ups the other day.
We did press-ups the other day. What we're going to do is squats, holds, or what's called chair pose in yoga. But we're going to hold it for different sets, getting longer and longer. We're going to do 10 seconds, we're going to do 20 seconds, we're going to do 30 seconds, and then we're going to do a minute. What? What do you want? I don't know if you can hear the cat. So, what it means is, what you're going to do, feet shoulder width apart, toes pointing forward. What you're going to do is imagine with your hands out, we're just going to bring your knees forward and squat down just a little bit. I don't mean fully squat down like this, just enough to be that. Now what I want you to do is don't round your back and sort of reach. You bring your tailbone under, okay, and then chest out, and you're nice engaged. And we sit down and we can feel our legs. So we're going to go for 10 seconds, break, 20 seconds, break, 30 seconds, break, and then 1 minute. Then we're going to do stretch. Got it? First one, 10 seconds, and then we're good to go. Okay, big deep breath. Blue, are you ready? You ready, yeah? You know, I wonder if you can hear that. What's it someone say there?
A minute. Ouch.
Yeah, who's that?
Yes, Alice.
Alice, yes. Got to work these legs. Can't skip leg day. Got to work those legs. It's only yoga anyway. Yoga's super easy. So I'm a big believer in yoga. I did yoga for nearly 6 years, 3 times a week. Just solve a back problem I had, and it did solve it quite easily. And ever since then, I've transformed the way I work out. It's transformed the way I stretch, and it's transformed the way I look and sit and walk around. And I cannot stress doing yoga. Any type of yoga, don't worry if it's hot yoga, hatha yoga, yin yoga, ashtanga yoga, bikram yoga, I don't care. Just do some yoga and some good stretching, get some proper tuition. YouTube is okay, but I'd highly recommend finding yourself a good yoga studio where they can show you corrections so that you don't hurt yourself, damage yourself, and you do it properly. And they tell you a lot of instructions of how to back off poses to allow your body to do it properly, to allow yourself to stretch. I know with obviously in lockdown it's very difficult, so that whatever you can do, but yoga all day long. Okay, right, first one. I'm going to wait for a few seconds. Jen, you're my timekeeper.
Yep, okay.
Okay, ready?
In 10 seconds, wait.
10 seconds, you ready? We're going to have
5 seconds.
10 second break, 20 second break, etc.
2, 1, go!
Okay, let's go. Hands out. Simple one, 10 seconds. I should have done the talking while I'm actually doing this, shouldn't I really? Okay, up, 10 second break. Then we'll have a 20 second break, and then we're done.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1 for 20 seconds.
down.
You can go as low as you want, but don't go into a sitting position. Keep your heels on the ground. How long have we got, Jen?
You have got 10 seconds.
Okay, core nice and strong, legs engaged, all the body is working.
Last 5.
5 seconds. Nice and simple. Make sure
And up.
that lower back and up. Okay. 20 second break. Then we go for 30 seconds with 30 second break, and then we go for a minute to finish.
10 seconds to go.
10 seconds to go. It's like an echo in here.
5 seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds. Okay, keep yourself nice and tucked. Make sure that tailbone and that body is nice and engaged. Muscles in your back, shoulders back, arms out. Everything is working, not just your legs. You're not just squatting in your legs.
Halfway.
Everything is working, everything is engaged. Lower back, hips, muscles. My back muscles are singing. That's the ones that things are working the most. How long have we got, Jen?
5 to go.
5 seconds. And then we get a 30 second break. Time. Okay, 30 second break, and we go for the big one. If you feel your back kicking in, just literally just round your back, open it up. Round your back, open it up, just to work those muscles. Are you gonna join? No?
Okay, you're going to go into 10 seconds.
10 seconds, we go for the 1 minute. Push yourselves. Make sure you don't lose form. 5 seconds.
4,
3, 2, 1.
Go.
Let's go. 1 minute. Don't forget to breathe. You don't have to be super low. You don't have to be super strong. Just keep it nice and attached. What I mean by attached is make sure all those muscles are working right now. So you're not slouching. You're not just working the legs. Everything. Shoulders up and back. Arms are out, tucked back. Back is engaged. Legs are engaged. Everything is working.
You're halfway.
Halfway. 30 seconds to go. That's it. Come a bit closer so you can see. That's it. Boom, boom, boom.
Ready to go.
20 seconds. So keep working, keep working.
Last 10.
Give me a shout of 5, Jen.
5,
4,
3,
2,
1.
and time. Stand up. Okay, give your legs a shout, shake. So, we're going to do a little bit of stretching to finish off. We're just going to mobilise our spine because you've worked on that stuff. Also those hips. We're just going to work on what's called cat-cow position. So I just want to come down onto all fours. Literally. Into all fours. It's kind of self-explanatory. And what we're going to do is we're going to round our back and look at our knees. As if someone's got a string in the middle of your back and they're lifting it up. They're going to lift you off the ground. So your back goes up, shoulders tuck under, tailbone tucks under, and you're arched like a scared cat. Okay, so all you're going to do is that. And then you're going to alternate that pose into someone sitting on your back. And you look up, your belly hollows down, your head comes up, shoulders back, and you have a cat in front of you. And then we're going to alternate between these two positions. And come back. In your own time, you've got a cat underneath you, that's optional.
Cat pose.
Cat pose. And then come back. In your own time, just alternate between these two things. When you're in cat pose, make sure you're looking at your knees, lifting yourself up. And when you're in cow pose, tummy is down, look forward. What's it doing? Did it just try my beard?
Trying to get
Oh.
the string.
It's got them now. Things I have to deal with in this house. Look at this. And then one last time. Oh. Oi. It got some sweat off me, it doesn't like it. Okay, time. One of my very favourite stretches is pigeon pose. So you've got to do this very simply. Oh, downward dog. Actually, no, that's downward dog, isn't it? Come on, out the way, cat. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our hands out in front of us. And I'm going to bring my knee in between my hands. And I'm going to have like a Z shape. So my knee, shin, foot. So watch. I lift it, put it between there. And my back leg, this thing back here, you can't quite see. I'm just going to lower myself down over that. And you should feel a nice stretch in the back of your hip. Okay, and just go as far as you can. If you can go all the way down, fantastic. If you can't, just stay here. If you feel any stress in your joints, as in like in your knee or in your ankles, then back off, but stay within your limits. Okay, you should feel a nice deep stretch in the back of your hip. That's where you should be feeling. It should not be painful. Stretching should not be painful. It can be uncomfortable, but it should not be painful. At the end, what I'll do is I'll quickly demonstrate what I think is a simpler version of this. Okay, change sides. So if you've got your left, go switch over to your right. Remember, like a zigzag here. So, hip, thigh bone, shin bone, foot off to the side, and bring your chest down over that knee, and then stay there. Again, should not be painful. It can be uncomfortable, but it should not be painful. Pain is a problem. Uncomfortable just means you need to work harder. Pain is normally a signal there's something wrong. Now you also now quite often have to learn the difference between being uncomfortable and being painful. Okay, last couple. And what I want you to do is just drop to your side. I'm going to show you a slightly different version of this. Similar kind of stretch. Might be a little bit easier for those who struggle with that one. So what you do, simply lie on your back, gently see if they can see.
Yep.
And all you do is put one foot here for a second. Allow that to stretch. Put your hand on the floor. Can they see?
Yep.
And then see this foot here? Just simply drop that to the floor. It's a little bit of a different stretch. Similar kind of one, and just sit there. If you want to go a bit deeper, put your hand down and grab onto this one. And then stay there. To come out of this one, simply release your grip. Bring your feet back. And then change sides. Okay, remember, foot to the floor, hands out, just drop. If you can get to the floor, great. If you can't, just stay within your means. If it means you can't get to the floor, that's fine. You should feel a nice deep stretch at the back of your hip, slightly into the lower back. So go a little bit deeper, come down, grab hold of the ankle, make sure your opposite hand is down on the floor, and then you have a blue cat come in to say hello. Come out of that again, release your grip, bring your feet back up, drop your foot over to the side, and you're done. So, Blue says we're done. He says we're all completely finished now. So thank you so much for everybody who took part. Get off me, get off me, get off me, I'm trying to perform. This cat. So thank you everybody so much for who took part. If you wonder why the colours are changing, you're kind of behind the TV, and we've just got the news on, so what we're getting is projection from the TV, so that's why there's super colour. It's not some sort of fancy effect, it's just the news, Sky News I think it is. So thank you so much for everybody. We will be back on Sunday at 3 o'clock for a circuit. You won't need any equipment. All you'll need is yourself, some attitude, some water and some strength. So it's a body weight circuit. If it's nice, we'll do it outside. If it's not, we'll do it inside as much as we can. It'll just be press-ups, sit-ups, burpees, squats, that kind of thing, over a HIIT kind of style, high-intensity trainings. It's not a Tabata round because that's completely different. Google Tabata and you'll find out why. A HIIT, high-intensity training, is something, well, it's similar, but yeah, let's not get into that. So thank you so much for everybody taking part. Hope you have a lovely rest of your Friday evening and an amazing Saturday, 3 o'clock, Sunday. Be there or well, don't be there. I don't know, but there you go. Thank you very much. See you.